Hello everybody and welcome back to You As A Fool Plays Oxygen Not Included. We have some things to take care of. Last time I was losing it over them not being able to build this one pump. Do you know why? It's because there's no oxygen. There's no oxygen anywhere. It's a serious issue. I've disabled the coal generator so it will stop producing carbon dioxide for a little while. And I'm going to attempt to, as best I can, produce some oxygen. I'm going to build an oxygen diffuser to diffuse some oxygen at least somewhere. Try and keep these people sane. Can you not build it there? You can build it there. Okay. We'll need some power to run to that. Bap, bap, bap. Kind of like so. We also... How do we fix these? I suppose they're low priority, so they'll be fixed when they're fixed. What's our priority listing right now? The algae terrariums are high on the list. That's also very high on the list, but doesn't really need to be. That can be a 5, probably. These are also all 5s. And these are 1s because we didn't want to let them... Oh, we should 5 up to about here. So they can come up here and they can mine and they can set all this stuff up. Right. Well, we've got some food. They're continuing to debottle the all the crap, really. In terms of storage, we're looking mighty low. So let me build a copy of these, because we're gonna need them, and we'll dig out like that area, something like that. So we can put more of these storage boxes in, because we have a lot of stuff to sweep. We need some extreme sweep orders going, but can't really do it right now. Oh, they built the pump, but there appears to be no power. Right. Okay, that's on me. The pump thing is on me. Or the no power is on me. They finally did this. Extremely happy. They'll get the power going. Again, it should be... I know everything's a 9, nothing's a 9. It has to be a 9. Okay? It has to be a 9 to get the power connected. This should be a 7 to refill with sand. I made this a 5. This should also be a 7 though, the food thing. Oh, they swept the crude oil. Lovely. Or they mopped the crude oil. Let me get some more mop priorities going, because some more people made a mess. Yeah. Down there. Is that all the messes? I think so. Yeah, nobody's done it. Nobody made a mess down here. There's some water down here. That's okay. He's just hanging out on the thing. Germs. 0 food poisoning. 12% slime lung. Zombie spores? What? Zombie spores. Temperature range, pressure range, survives in these, inhibited by gas, killed by solid liquid, disinfected by bleach, stone and chlorine. Weird. So they have some zombie spores. Here's the thing about there being chlorine like freaking everywhere. The more they walk into this chlorine, the more germs are killed, which is probably a good thing. And it's much easier, I think, to chlorine this water and them than it is to use a liquid tepidizer to warm the water to the point of killing the germs. I guess the tepidizer would only be used if you needed to heat part of your base. You'd use those like heat transferring pipes. You'd pipe around the base, you'd warm some water to like 100 or 90 degrees or something, and you'd pipe it around the base. Just a couple of little bits, just one at a time. Even if if you only do one at a time, that's all right. Oxygen looking pretty awful. Who'd have thought? So what is all this? This is carbon. There's some chlorine. It's mostly carbon. Yeah. I mean, we thought it would happen. So it might be something to do then. When this is set up, when we've let them handle a lot of their sweeping and mopping jobs and stuff like that, is an extreme carbon sink down to as far as we possibly can. Down to like the bottom of the world. Because if we can get to the bottom of the world, and we know where the bottom of the world is, we can build all of our carbon eating things and carbon absorbing things down there right now. It'll take them years to climb down this ladder, but there's under somewhere, I forget where it is, there's like automation stuff. It's not colony development. The sweepy would be nice. Oh, here it is, under solid materials. Like fire pole, they can just shoop fire pole all the way down. They can make conveyor belts. Auto sweepers, you know, things like that. Metal tile. Metal refinery, produce refined metals and metal ores. Bunker door, blocks liquid and gas flow, maintaining pressure between areas. Oh, that's like I guess like an airlock door, but sideways. Can withstand extremely high pressure and impact. Good to know. Bunker tile, glass forge. Yeah, so there's like conveyor rails and things like that. Ideally, I think you want, like, you know, let's say all your food is down here and it all drops onto the ground, like here. You have a little sweepy robot. He goes along, he sweeps all the food up, puts it in his dock, a machine grabs it and transports it up here. One thing I do need to know, or I need to look up about... Oh, they made it. Enable the building. One thing I do need to know about the conveyor belts is, like, can they sit behind a ladder? I would assume not, in which case we probably need a second super highway that runs up the length of the base with conveyors that can go in all sorts of directions. Probably. Is this functioning? Where's the water overlay, or the plumbing overlay? Pipe blocked. Are you functioning? What's happening here? Someone's stress vomiting. Produces clean water from polluted water using sand. Content. Polluted water. Are you waiting for sand? I don't know. We'll find out, probably. Make that priority 8 and we'll see if somebody goes and delivers some sand to it. Errands? Supply water? Doesn't seem like they're doing it. Have I set this up wrong? Incorrectly? That power, okay. Liquid pipe. Yeah, it's input and output. We want this stuff input and this stuff output. Weird. Plumbing? Okay. Oh, they needed to deliver sand. They've delivered sand. Plumbing overlay. And the clean, germified water coming back here. There are germs, but that's why we've built... Well, that's why we're pumping chlorine in here. So now, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it works. Hopefully. We'll see. But now that we've got that up and running, By the way, you don't build the pump there, because if they build the pump, then the pump will start working. I still need to figure some things out. Carbon skimmer produces polluted water, right? Removes carbon dioxide but produces no breathable air. Oh, it produces polluted water, yeah. It just skims carbon out of the air but doesn't actually make anything nice. Fair enough, fair enough. We've at least got this going. We're out of power. Oh, we've got another duplicate that we can print. Brine. We're going to print the brine. And then we're going to tell this to not debottle brine or crude oil. Okay, good. Perfect. It's going again. We've got a bit more power. I like this. So about 20%. When the batteries have nothing, just put some coal in. Do we still have any coal? Yeah, we have tons and tons of coal. So we can at least run like this for a little while. Now, research. We started brute force refinement. I can't remember what for. Oh, for the sweepy. We don't need the sweepy just yet, though. Air systems. Converts water into oxygen and hydrogen. Converts rust into oxygen and chlorine. And we can get care packages of rust. We have got some in the past. It produces oxygen and chlorine. Interesting. Extremely interesting. What else have we got? Use ice to dissipate a small amount of heat. Ice maker, insulated tiles. We did interior decoration, so we can make ceiling lights. Celestial detection. Oh yeah, you can do like space stuff. It's cool. I don't know that we're gonna get there. Food. We're gonna do ranching into animal control. Seems ridiculous, but we're gonna do it so that we can maybe get those. We can maybe hatch those eggs. And have those things eat carbon dioxide and produce crude oil, and then we can use the crude oil in something else in power. Up here. Crude or petroleum generator, or crude oil refinery converts crude oil into petroleum and natural gas, and then we'll use those two as power. And everything produces carbon. All the freaking time. So we'll be good. I'm glad we've got this going. And there are germs in here. I'll be interested to see what happens to the number of germs when the water stops flowing in. The water will never stop flowing in. The germs are slowly going down, which is an extremely good thing. We haven't been getting any water for a while. Ah. Well, that might be part of the issue then. We'll build another pitcher pump down here, priority 9. So they can do that. They're, yeah, vomiting and things again. It's okay. It's okay. I'm less angry at them now than I was a little while ago. We're making progress and inroads, kind of. Gonna make sure all of this is nice and clean. And they've got stuff they're doing. Excellent. We have a pitcher pump, so people can go down here and get water for things like algae terrariums, which is what we freaking need. But we finally made it. The chlorine here, we're running out of chlorine. But once this is dug out and built, and I'm gonna ate it. You're not gonna like that I'm gonna ate it, but I'm gonna ate it. I already ate for everything here. The reason we're gonna do that is once this is empty and there's chlorine in here, we should never ever need to go in here again. Ideally. It should be a self-sustaining ecosystem in here. The chlorine will kill the germs, which it is doing right now, right? No, it's not, because there's carbon dioxide in here. And we need the carbon dioxide to leave. Okay, well let me think. let me think. So we need a gas pump, right? So we had a gas pump here. And then a gas bridge. Like that. Can you really not do that? Why can't you build a gas bridge there? The whole point was they go over other things. Alright, well that sucks. Let's try that again. So what you would do, let me tab down to slow speed for a moment, so there's just a few things are happening. We need a gas pump. Right? Here. Whoops. The gas pump then goes into a gas filter. Oh, maybe they just can't connect to the thing. Goes into a gas filter, right? Not the bridge, just the pipe. Goes into here. That goes into here. This goes up like this. Oops. And out of vent. So what are you up to? Oh, you're building. So here's my thinking. We're gonna need a lot more power. Basically, this gas pump, it sucks all the gas in. It will filter the chlorine right back out. Any carbon that it sucks in will be pumped up to here, blocked by this thing. Man, this is chlorine as well, but it's killing the germs. It's killing germs on them. That's okay, kind of. We have no power. Understood. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. We're figuring things out. Well, I'm also going to issue just the most ridiculous sweep order. It's all 5, so they won't do it immediately, and that's okay. They don't need to do it immediately. They just need it to be done at some point. Okay. Sweep everything that's here. Sweep all of that. Sweep all of that. All of that. Well, just sweep everything. There's so much to sweep. It's awful. Right. Sweep orders are in place. The pipes will be done at some point. I'm not super concerned about them now. Why are you... Wait, who... Who's starving? Were you on the loo? They're just having a chit chat? Okay. Let's tab back up. Super fast speed. Let's see what we're doing. He's building these. That's right, because this is an 8. Because I want to get this done, and then I don't want anyone to ever have to come in here again, other than obviously to build these gas pumps and things. That's okay. I want to pump the carbon dioxide out. And my thinking is, as the water level fills up, it will push the carbon up into the same area that the chlorine is in. And then people are starving. They'll die if they can't find food. We have food somewhere. Meal lice, muckroot. We got food. It's not my issue that you're starving. Well, okay. Maybe it's a little my issue, but I have no defense. There's nothing I can say. How are we doing in here? There's some germs in here. Oh, look at that. That's nasty. Oh, do you know what part of it is? There's some slime in here, and that's producing slime lung. And there's germs in here in the carbon dioxide. Oh, there's slime lung germs in the air. And food poisoning germs in the water. Food poisoning, slime lung, zombie spores, floral scent. Do we have any zombie spores? I should freaking hope not. Okay, there's none around that I can see. Loads of slime lung, but that can be dealt with like a huge chlorine bath kind of thing. No zombie spores. Probably an extremely good thing. All this polluted water and stuff though, this is valuable. So what we can do is like build a wall here and then mine this area out and have all the polluted water collect in the same spot, and then we pump it all into here, and then it's all our water. Water for our deeds. Right. They're slowly handling what's happening in here. It's a slow process, but again, that's because you can't breathe in there. Oxygen? Well, there's some oxygen in some places. It's not good. Duplicants have died. Catalina starved to death. We have food though. What, like, I don't know what to do about that. Ooh, okay. Well, we clearly are mismanaging the entire colony. Stress is at 100 for everyone. So what we'll probably do, it's not something that we want to do. We will probably start a new colony next time. It has to be done. This one is just, I learned nothing from my first attempt, clearly. This has been my learning experience colony. This is where I figured out what's good, what's bad, what we should and shouldn't do. So let me walk you through what we're going to have to do in the next one, right? I like the superhighway, but I think we probably want 2 superhighways kind of equidistant from this central area, just so that people can get up and down quickly to either side of the colony. Bedrooms are clearly important, but more importantly, oxygenated bedrooms, because they're getting awful sleep, and maybe I don't know if they're worse off not having as much sleep, but they're constantly waking up, and I would be annoyed if I had to keep waking up because I couldn't breathe. So nice oxygenated bedrooms, they're a priority. Power is valuable, but I didn't learn too much in terms of power. I think what we would want to do is have something, I don't know, like an electrolyze, or I forget what it's called now. It's something that produces hydrogen and then use the hydrogen in a hydrogen powered generator or something like that. And very importantly, exploration. We never found out what this is. I'm actually going to prioritize this as a 9 right now, because I'm curious as to what this is. There's something in there that I marked as a 9. Do the vents get marked? Oh, they do. Oh, because somebody comes and operates it or something like that. But yeah, I want them to go up here to do this, to check out what this is. Just 'cause I'm curious. Water is obviously a big deal. We want to try and find and keep some unpolluted water. It's a difficult thing to do, but we also learn bathrooms, they're a must. They're a must very early on. A wash basin is probably also a must. Bathrooms, wash basin, a place to debottle polluted water into a polluted water supply. We don't have to do anything with it quickly. We just need to have it. So we can have some polluted water as backup to, you know, build a sieve system, build everything, and then we can just go without having to worry. I think we did okay in storage. I didn't specify any particular storage. What I would maybe do, because slime produces slime lung. Slime lung is bad for your colonists. They can't breathe as much, and considering we have very little oxygen anyway, they're having a bad time. What we might want to do is build a storage room specifically for slime and fill the thing with chlorine. Chlorine sinks, I think. I'll double check that. I'll have to Google that. But I believe chlorine is heavier than oxygen, but not as heavy as carbon dioxide. So what you probably want to do is you probably want to build like a room with storage lockers with the slime in it, and it would be a tall room with a ladder going down. You get out from up here so the chlorine has time to sink down, and then you would maybe have a vent that pumps carbon out but leaves the chlorine in here, recycles the chlorine back in, and it'd just be a very tall room with one entrance at the top. I also learned these lads, passu fish, if they breathe at like 5 degrees, they produce a different kind of passu fish, like a freshwater passu fish, which produces regular dirt. These ones eat algae, produce polluted dirt. The other ones like eat polluted water and create fresh water. So it's like having a fish tank that cleans your water for you. That might be something to look into. I don't really know how we would do that. Seems pretty complicated, to be honest, but we could give it a go. Let me deprioritize this crap as well. They don't need to do this. This is the important thing. I want them to build this just because I'm so curious. We need food, clearly. We need lots and lots of food. We need more food than we have, and we might want to keep a lower number of duplicants. I wonder if 6 was too many too quickly. And instead we should try and have a smaller, more efficient colony with only 3 for as long as possible, just so we're expending fewer resources on the duplicants themselves. And then if we find something that renews resources, like one of these vents, then we could maybe really try and add another duplicant here and there just to balance out the workload. Also, something that we can talk about with these duplicant skills, don't give them too many skills too quickly because they start to hate life. Understood. I'm not going to do that. We'll just have a couple of okayish, like mediocre level duplicates for a while. That should be enough to get us through. When we have massage beds and lights and paintings and things that make them feel happy, that make them want to freaking kill themselves, that's when we can get kind of specialized skills. I mean, look, they're just sitting here and they're crying. Lindsay's just crying here. That's my fault. I did that. So clearly, we have some things that we've learned, and it's all valuable information. This happened in RimWorld. We lost a couple of colonies before we had one extremely successful colony. This one, we've lost. I don't see any future for this, especially after one of our people died. And I'm fully prepared to start a new one. I'm just going to take all of the knowledge from this one with me. Although I would extremely love to know what is up here. It's got to be something cool, right? There's no oxygen up here, so it's going to take them ages. Fair enough. What are you? Puffed. Puffed. Puffed are non-aggressive critters that excrete lumps of slime with each breath. They eat polluted oxygen and they excrete slime. Really? Really? So you could build I'm thinking now. My brain's freaking going. So you could build a room and you pump all of your polluted oxygen in there. From there, it would be like a room that's, you know, segmented on itself. You'd have some puffs in there, and they eat the polluted oxygen, and they produce slime. And then you have a sweepy that will maybe sweep up the slime and load it into like one of those auto loaders and move the slime into your chlorine storage room before you process the slime down into algae. And then the algae you use in your terrariums to produce oxygen. Which, by the way, I read this at the very start. They gain a 10% efficiency boost in direct light. Never did anything with it. You should probably have a very low down terrarium room with a light above it, and they just churn out oxygen. Because clearly one of the biggest issues we had is oxygen and food, and that's something we should definitely focus on in the next one. Oxygen, food, stress. We don't have to work too much on stress. We just don't have to give them too many tasks or too many skills that stress them out. That on its own should function fairly well as an anti-stress thing. Please build this. I desire this to be built. Oh, we can't do it because the one person who knows how to do it is dead. Yeah, get a shine bug. Print a shine bug. Maybe they'll be a little happier for a little while. You're going to learn super hard digging and you're going to hate life. But more importantly, you're going to come up here and you're going to dig this. Because I'm curious. Mary, you've got this. We should maybe also be a little more considerate with the skills of our duplicants when they start. And what they like and what they don't like. Because if we can find someone who loves digging and they can get the hardened digging, that would be great. Mary's fallen asleep. We might also want fewer narcoleptics. And whoever's stress response is to lash out and break things, we should get rid of that. If they vomit whatever, it's polluted water, we can recycle it. That's fine. It makes a mess, it gets some germs around. That can be dealt with. This stuff is still broken. Because it is not high enough priority to go and fix it. And, you know, the colony's on its way to disaster anyway, so I'm not bothered. Can we see what's in here? No, we can't. Dig all of this. Oh, we need ladder. Ladder. Ba-da-ba. Hit them up at a 9, please. There we go. I really want to freaking see what's up here. Imagine if it was like a water vent. It doesn't look like it. It looks like a gas vent or something. Someone's suffocating? No, they're not suffocating. It looks like it's maybe one of these, but I'm not sure. Please make this happen. It would be the best thing ever. Who's suffocating? Ren is suffocating. He really wants to do something up here. God, another night time. Come on, we can get this last bit done. I believe in us. I believe in our colony. Actually, what I might do, because it's the last little bit, I'll pause because we're not continuing with this colony. I'll pause until they've uncovered what's happening here, and then I'll come back to speak to you in a second. See ya. Alright, and it looks like they're finally mining this away. Oh, look at a natural gas geyser. So that's what we have down here. That would have been super useful because the natural gas we could use as fuel. Yeah, there's natural gas up here. Oh, that would have been good. So much sand as well. But yeah, to have a proper a geyser that produces natural gas, that's basically It's not infinite fuel, it's functionally infinite fuel. Because this, you research it, it has an active period, and, you know, 390 seconds every 874 seconds, it'll go whoosh and produce some natural gas. We could build a room around it, collect it, use it for power. That's just how the game goes, isn't it? You find these things, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully next time we'll be a little more prepared and hopefully it'll work. But thank you everybody so much for watching this first attempt at a colony. I hope you'll join us for our second attempt, where I will put into practice all of the lessons we've learned. If you did enjoy, please do hit the like button. It really does help me out. I really appreciate it. You can subscribe to the channel to check out the next series we do and have more content, past and future. You can look at Twitter and Discord in the description down below if you're feeling so inclined, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.